Xbox has been dominating the gaming news circuit for much of the past year, since they announced the Xbox Series X, and each week news for the platform has been at the forefront of the games industry with Game Pass additions, pro-consumer mindshare, and a literal perspective shift from the gaming media normally enamored by the PlayStation, now praising Xbox for forward-thinking and competitive marketing. PlayStation has been the market leader for the past 7 years, with the PlayStation 4 generation led with consistent quality and reliable excellence. Xbox now has stepped forward with a holistic approach, global initiative putting gamers at the center, and now it looks like for the first time in a decade, Xbox is the market leader. We're all gaming online, interacting together, and sharing our experience with people around the world, but is our connection truly protected? I have an exclusive offer for subscribers of this channel thanks to a partnership with TotalAV, and you'll never have to compromise your safety online again. Having your identity or credit card information stolen from malicious websites can ruin your life. Recently, my credit card history showed that someone had spent over $1,000 in an entirely different state at a big retail store and then shipped the items to a totally different state. Having your accounts protected on your personal computer with antivirus software can save you a lot of money and a lot of time correcting illegal actions on your account. TotalAV is the leading worldwide provider of antivirus. TotalAV is trusted by millions of people around the world, and they have a comprehensive security suite which has provided millions with the confidence to pursue their hobbies, play online, or try and build a career online. TotalAV security measures protect you and your accounts against phishing websites, online hackers, scam emails, and data breaches. With the peace of mind that websites or programs that you access won't take advantage of you, TotalAV does all of the work, checking and validating sources and installs, keeping you and your computer safe. The exclusive offer starts today for $19 for an entire year with TotalAV, which is an 80% discount of an annual subscription. The link is below in the description. Follow it to see my Colteastwood TotalAV page and sign up to get access to this offer for a full year for just $19. It's a crazy internet out there, so be smart. And of course, be nice. Xbox has been making big moves, pushing to the forefront of the gaming platform with heavy hits like the powerful and affordable Xbox Series consoles, xCloud game streaming, backward compatibility above and beyond expectations, and with the biggest player in Xbox's lineup of offerings, Xbox Game Pass, a monthly subscription service offering up to 600 games for a mere fraction of the price of buying them outright. As Xbox prepares several events for 2021 to showcase games and additions to the platform, rumors and hints have been gathering that may put Xbox at the market lead by example, with more people than ever playing on Xbox Live. Recently, Xbox signed on the juggernaut publisher EA to Game Pass, offering an additional 100 games from Madden to Star Wars and everything in between from their top-selling catalog, all alongside the hundreds of games included in Game Pass. Now it is rumored that the other massive juggernaut publisher with some of the biggest, most prolific AAA gaming franchises will be joining Xbox Game Pass in the fall of 2021. Xbox may be announcing at E3 this year that Uplay, the Ubisoft game library subscription, will be added to Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass for PC. Ubisoft routinely releases more than one big AAA game each year and is loaded with some of the biggest game development studios on the planet working in concert to create games as big and vibrant as Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry. Ubisoft and Xbox's Phil Spencer have been in talks, collaborating in marketing and partnerships for their biggest games over the past several years, and recently they have been working deals to get Ubisoft's biggest games into as many Xbox players' hands as possible, as Xbox becomes the premier place to play, rivaling the PlayStation with millions on Xbox consoles and PC on Xbox Live. Far Cry 6 has been delayed into late 2021, and with marketing rights planted to Xbox, rumors are that Far Cry 6 could be launching day and date on Xbox Game Pass as a test case for Uplay, boosting game engagement and increasing sales for Far Cry 6 on Xbox as well as other platforms. Right now, it is speculated that Game Pass subscribers count up to 22 million, and that Xbox plans to reach the goal of 30 million by the end of 2021. Outriders is currently the top-selling game on the Xbox platform and Steam, regardless of it being essentially free for 20+ million Xbox Game Pass subscribers that can access it for free. This proves to Xbox and the industry that increased engagement can boost sales and increase how many play even outside of Game Pass. This is the motivation for Ubisoft to launch a massive AAA investment like Far Cry 6 on Game Pass day and date. If this happens, we wouldn't likely hear the announcement until a couple of weeks before the game launches on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. If that wasn't enough to convince millions more to play most of their games on Xbox, there is another big announcement that has been in the works for over 2 years. Phil Spencer has been open and upfront about partnering or allowing Xbox Live on Nintendo Switch. Rumors from Xbox Era and VentureBeat point to a major collaboration with Xbox and Nintendo to fully integrate Xbox Game Pass onto the Nintendo Switch via an Xbox Live account playable on Nintendo and their next Switch console. With some 80 million customers on the Nintendo Switch right now, bringing the Nintendo device as a playable, emulating, streaming platform to play Xbox games and AAA multiplats on xCloud will secure Xbox as one of the biggest platforms, with Android and soon iOS devices joining the compatible places to play on an Xbox Live account. With Xbox allowing all of their newest first-party exclusives playable on PC and now possibly on Nintendo Switch, is Xbox essentially a third-party publishing multi-platform gaming company? No, Xbox is still adamant about keeping most of all of their exclusives off of the PlayStation and natively on the Nintendo Switch. With the moves and money that Xbox's Phil Spencer has been proactively pushing to grow the brand, the gaming media has taken notice that Xbox is looking to push PlayStation aside and take a leading position. Xbox Game Pass has been making aggressive moves, setting precedents for even more AAA multiplat games signing with Xbox Game Pass, and with MLB The Show 21 and Outriders coming day and date, EA may have one more surprise to shock Xbox fans this holiday, and that is very possible that they have signed a deal to get the upcoming Battlefield 6 to come to Xbox Game Pass subscribers day and date. Battlefield has always been one of the biggest, most popular competitive shooters with massive campaigns, and EA has plenty of incentive to launch on Game Pass, and here are a couple of reasons. Number 1, launching Battlefield 6 on Game Pass will give the game an instant audience on Xbox and PC of over 20 million players, and being the most played game during the holiday of 2021. Number 2, Xbox Game Pass increases sales and engagement of games in and out of the Game Pass service, and Battlefield 6 being on Game Pass could boost sales of an already anticipated title in large numbers. And 3, EA and DICE's Battlefield is inloaded with a ton of microtransactions. When players know they can essentially spend nothing to play a big game like Battlefield 6 on Game Pass, they are more apt to spend money on expansions, gear, and add-ons. Microtransactions are a main source of revenue for service-based games, and giving more players access to Battlefield 6 by launching first in Game Pass is a win-win for EA and DICE as well as Xbox. And that isn't all. Now there are talks behind the scenes that Resident Evil 8 Village, a game created by Capcom and under marketing contract with PlayStation, could be picked up by Xbox Game Pass to come to the subscription service, which isn't far off since Xbox has worked with Capcom for timed and full exclusive games in the past. Capcom working with Xbox would strictly be motivated by money, since Xbox would pay a large sum to acquire Resident Evil 8 Village to Game Pass day and date. This is a major speculation derived from rumors from sources close to Xbox, but we'll see. With the inclusion of the biggest platforms and Xbox holding audience with the Xbox Series consoles, PC, and now possibly the Nintendo platform, there is a massive revenue that will be funneled back into Xbox Game Studios and more acquisitions for Xbox, who has been looking for more publishing deals instead of additional studios to manage, with the 23 already working on over 30 brand new games right now for the Xbox Series console generation. But for just in 2021, it could be a large number of big third-party games going to Game Pass, Uplay coming to the service, and all of this available to Nintendo customers streaming on Nintendo Switch. It looks like Xbox will be hosting most of the gaming content this generation. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for watching this video. Big shout out to my sponsor TotalAV for providing me this opportunity to make this content possible. A lot of people may be wondering if there's any truth to these rumors, and I'm hearing behind the scenes that this stuff might be coming. It sounds like Xbox has taken the initiative and wants to make big changes and is using Game Pass as the catalyst. And we've already seen it with a couple of games, and I think we're going to see some big changes. That means Game Pass will be the reason why Xbox gets a lot bigger than it's ever been. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new content. And if you want to further support the work that I'm doing, you can join the channel membership below, or you can join the Patreon. I just upgraded the tiers there. There are 4 tiers for you to choose from, so you can get access to early videos before they go live. You can get access to free giveaways for games and merch. Check that out. I appreciate everyone for supporting me, but I want to know what your opinion is on what is coming for Xbox. Do you think that Uplay is coming to Game Pass? Do you think that something like Battlefield 6 could launch on Game Pass day and date? And do you think Far Cry 6 could also be among the additions to that service? Let me know in the comment section. I appreciate it. Everyone's going to be a little bit crazy because Xbox is making big moves. So while you're in the comment section, please be careful and always be nice.